Welcome to the Chain Out podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to season 2, episode 101. What do you think about that, Daryl?
Daryl got his way. Daryl got. No, you agreed to it, so I'm not gonna call you out on it. We're calling it season 2. I'm happy with season 2, episode 101.
That's right. I'm liking it too. And how long will season 2
only
go?
99 episodes, and we'll be at 200.
That's it, exactly. Well, this is the third time that our show has coincided with a Blue Jays playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said to you right before we went on, I don't want to jinx it. But the last 2 times we did a podcast when the Jays game was on, the Jays ended up winning. So as always, we're going to give you updates throughout the episode. Where are we at, Daryl? How? Let's start with a Blue Jays update.
Sticker alert. Currently, the Blue Jays, bottom of the third. The Blue Jays are winning 2-0.
Nice. Awesome. So it's a great start. We love it. Let's get back to Toronto with a chance to close her out. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, I assume that's me.
That is you.
There's
I don't
no
know what
name.
happened there. Yeah. Don't peel back the layers.
Sorry. Tonight's episode, we're going to be recapping the Ontario Provincial Disc Golf Championships presented by Discraft. The assistant tournament director, Ryan Bevilacqua, the FPO winner, Chantel, Miss Frisbee's Budinsky, and MPO winner, Marty Hendel, will be joining us in about 15 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to say it now because I'm not sure if he's going to be okay with us calling him Marty Hendel.
Yeah, we
I
don't
think he
know.
will be.
We know that Tommy G, who we're not sure if we're allowed to call Tommy G.
Just a bit of an update. Sam says it's now 2-1.
Oh, okay.
So my screen.
Well,
must
we
be
just
a
need
little
more
bit
people
small.
watching to keep us winning.
Yeah.
Well, how's your week been, Daryl? Did you get a chance to get out and play at all?
You know what? It's getting cooler. It's getting colder. Actually, you know what? I did get a chance to go out and play.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought last time I played was the last weekend at the Niska Fall League, but no, I did get a chance to get out and play. I played Hermitage this week.
Oh, and
Took a
I
little
think
bit
if
of
I
a break.
remember right, it was that morning I was at work and it was cold and windy, wasn't it?
That was
it rainy too?
That was the cold, wet. That was the hint of sleet in the air. Still shot and even, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. From the Reds, though. That's the amateur tees.
Ooh, look at you, big pro, big pro. Well, I was out at the Hermitage as well, but I was out there with listener Sonia on Saturday night, and we did the space race. And get this, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
So, a space race MVP sponsored. We're going to talk a little bit about MVP tonight. I got a couple different things on them.
Okay.
They gave us an atom tonight, which is like very similar to my Phi for numbers.
Right.
And then they gave us a crave surprise. Right. Crave. that's what you get.
It's an MV event. Yeah. You're getting a crave.
It's a cool stamp. There's a kind of a cool robot with his brain showing, that type of thing. And what I did was I had my 2. Sonia and I were there so early.
Mm-hmm.
I step up to over by 3. So we're throwing about midway from 3, kind of where the drop zone normally is, a little further back from that,
Right.
to the basket.
Okay.
Throw the atom, first throw, ace.
Nice.
Just bam. The rest of the night,
Yeah.
not a single ace. So, and the second throw with the crave actually crashed chains on another basket
Right.
and then dropped out. But by the time it was done, I got 2 points, which means I hit metal twice out of 36 holes, 72 throws.
Well, what I heard was because obviously everybody was given atoms and craves, and they were all the same weight, and they were all the same disc, all the same stamp. That when you were throwing at the basket, you were throwing, and then you were just walking up and picking up, and like, okay, everyone got 1 atom, 1 crave. Let's move on to the next hole. Yeah. I wasn't even worried about whose was whose.
No, it didn't matter. And then at the very end, although sometimes when somebody would get an ace, they'd look and see whose did they get an ace with.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh, that was Sonia's. I got an ace with Sonia's disc or whatever it was.
Nice.
So that kind of thing happened, which was cool. And we had a great time. There was 5 of us there. Sonia had the tunes going for us, and her and I share some similarities in our music tastes.
Okay.
So enjoyed that. That was great. And by the time it ended, the winner had 20 points.
Wow.
And you get 5 points for an ace. They had 3 aces plus however they got their other points, whether it was 5 metal hits or
3
something.
aces.
Yeah. And there was an ace pot and everything.
Oh my goodness. How much did they take home?
Zipaloo.
Zipaloo.
They got 0 because they didn't go in the ace pot. But Mike Carey, the organizer and buddy of ours,
Yeah.
never had an ace in his life. Got 2 aces that night.
On shortened tee pads.
On shortened tee pads.
Shortened holes.
From one throw. But yes, that was it. It was a great event. Really excited to be part of it. I know there's a lot of the space race events in the area, or sorry, in Canada, and in the United States as well.
Yeah.
So if there's one in your area, check it out. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just want to give a shout out to everybody who's in the chat right now. Sonia's in there. Doc is in there. Sam is in there.
Sorry, let me shout out Sonia. She hit metal once, and it was on, if I remember right, Sonia, I think it was the second last hole.
It was on hole 2, but I don't know where you started. But it was on. She said to me it was on the long position of hole 2 basket. So whatever hole number that was, and wherever you started.
Right. So it was right at the very end. That's for sure.
Right.
But it was awesome. It was exciting because that meant that everybody on our card got a point at the event. So really cool.
Last week, you might have remembered we like to highlight a Canadian event. Last week, we mentioned about the Avalon Disc Golfers Club Championships presented by McNiven's Pub.
You did like that one, didn't you?
You might remember that one because we said, who won? We don't know. They didn't post the scores. Well, the TD and club president, Edgar Hartling, reached out to us on Facebook. He said he heard the podcast and apologized for not posting the scores, and he probably spent too much time in the pub. So here, quick rundown on the winners. MA1, Chris Evans took back-to-back wins.
I did not know that Captain America, or is it Johnny Storm, was playing in Canada, in Newfoundland, no doubt.
It might have been a different Chris Evans. I'm not sure.
But, okay, gotcha.
MA2, Patrick Henderson. FA2, Krista Jacobs. And MJ18, Robert Dempster. Congratulations on your wins there.
Yeah, it was really cool to get that message. You know, it's like we enjoy talking to big names and things like that, but also finding out that we talk about a small tournament out in Newfoundland and they heard it.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
How cool is that?
We had mentioned that, like, when we do the podcast and we get Thomas on, we get Casey, we get Chantel, we get, whoever we might be getting on. It's great that we have those names. But then when we hear of a TD of a small tournament that's, what was it, probably a B or a C tier?
Yeah.
Out on an island, that here's our podcast. It's like those new people, those unsung heroes, if you want, that gets to hear our podcast. That's the people that we really like.
Oh, it is good for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, as we mentioned last week, the Disc Golf Pro Tour has all but wrapped up. The winners, Calvin Heimberg and Holland Hanley, took the week off. Calvin did a quick one-word response interview. I don't know if you saw it, where they said, we're going to ask Calvin a bunch of questions and tell him he can only answer with one word. And he did not look very impressed.
I think that's just Calvin's natural response.
Oh, okay. You think he's got a little RBF going on? Or?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because he didn't look impressed, remind me that we will not try that bit on the podcast. Because even through it all, I'm like, did that really do much?
Yeah.
Did that move the needle for anybody? But how did you like? I saw that he got a party time pizza stamped
confetti
destroyer.
Yeah, confetti stamped destroyer.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
Or was it
It's confetti, but they called it party time. But maybe it's because of the confetti.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I know a lot of people have been calling there I don't know if you saw some of the comments. People were saying, okay, we don't need another Calvin destroyer. Let's get a Calvin Eagle. Oh, he's the eagle thrower, right? So you should get an eagle for him. And then he had an AVR as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's his new, isn't that a special Calvin AVR or something?
It's I forget which one is which. I think he uses the JK AVR and Owen uses the KC Pro.
Gotcha.
AVR.
And that's Juliana Corver and Ken Climo, if you were wondering.
Yeah.
That's the JK and the KC.
Holland Hanley, she went back home to Oklahoma to have a much needed break. And according to her, she's heading back to the gym to get strong in the off season, giving herself a bit of a mental break as she waits for match play to start.
Yeah. And MVP also had their Gyropalooza day. So if you didn't know, last year they sell their Gyropalooza boxes. It's kind of a mystery box with a couple known discs, I think 11 usually in total. And in some of those boxes, they put a Willy Wonka style golden ticket, which got you an invite to go to the MVP warehouse for an event. And that event took place this last weekend. And I watched a lot of coverage here and there, kind of sprinkled through the day.
Yeah.
They were going live all day. limousine pulls up to the MVP warehouse. You saw that video?
I saw the video. Yeah.
Sarah Hokum, Big Germ, you name it. Everybody's jumping out of there. Silva Saarinen, all of them. And it looked really cool that way. And one of the things I did catch live was there was I just want to give a shout out to 15-year-old Bryson. I think it's
Little.
Bryson Little?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Bryson Little, because he took on James Conrad in a putting competition.
Yeah.
And they were all tied. They were like at the 15 foot, the 20 foot, 25. They were all tied, went into extra throws.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryson beat James Conrad.
Now, I can't be certain for 100%, but I'm pretty sure Bryson was the one that beat Simon in the Glitch World Championships last year.
Oh.
So I think he's
he's
going to be a future MVP sponsored player for sure.
Yeah, and definitely a fan. Okay, let's get going to our Falcons Flight giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
It is done.
Okay.
Miguel Alvarado won. I put it in the mail last week.
Yep.
And what else did I say about that? Our next giveaway, it's been posted on the socials. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
So everybody head out. It's getting a lot of good traction. Check Instagram or Facebook if you want to be a part of it.
Yeah. That giveaway, like you said, it's posted already. That It's a twofer. You
It's
love
a
it. You love a
right?
twofer. So we go 4 discs, 2 packs, 2 in each giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
First giveaway pack, a Gateway Superglow Cyborg and an NXT Light Spell. Giveaway 2, a Gateway Superglow NXT Spell and a Triple S Hemp Warlock. All 4 discs are all 4 disc stamps are designed by Judge Havoc, and they're signed by him as well. Giveaway on our Instagram and Facebook. Go to Instagram to fill out. I guess you can do it on Facebook as well.
Yes, you can.
Enter the 2 names. Giveaway is open until Monday, November the 3rd, so get in while you still can.
Yeah, and you thought I might have been doing a little bit of Mix Master Mike or Mix Master J here, but really what that was just that the 3 discs plus this one in front of my computer are the discs that will be given away.
Yeah.
After that giveaway, I think we're just going to have to hold on off on the giveaways, Daryl.
Really? That surprises me. You're the giveaway king.
I was just trying to shock you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we need to put up a post. We've talked about it for a long time about our 500 subscriber giveaway, because I think when people see it, they're going to be totally stoked to try and get that one going. We need 500 YouTube subscribers to get there to give that one away. We're at 464, so help us out. Once it's posted, you can tell your friends, family, and maybe get them involved too. Be a great pack to get them started if they were to win it. Chain Out is sponsored, and we got 2 great sponsors, don't we, Daryl?
We do, absolutely.
We do. We've got BR Disc Golf and Cardinal Disc Golf. With both of those people, you can get 10% off checkout by using the code word ChainOut. When you use it on Cardinal, use chain space out. I was just talking about Gyropalooza last year. Gyropalooza boxes are already at pre-order stage right now. I talked to Brendan. He's bringing in some, not a whole bunch.
Okay.
I've already got my name earmarked on one, so reach out to Brendan if you want to try and get one of those boxes he's bringing in. Cardinal Disc Golf, they were excited to tell us that they're now able to sell wholesale, and they're also now able to partner with retailers and brick and mortar stores. So if somebody is in one of those situations and wants to reach out, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Also, too, they teased the fact that they're going to have a subscription plan coming soon.
Wow.
So I don't know if that subscription plan is going to have discs, if it's going to be all jerseys, maybe the special ones that they do that you can only
imagine
get.
It's an apparel company. It would just be apparel.
Yeah, we'll see what it is.
And maybe a Cardinal disc. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Well, after the Chain Out episode, we have another Around the Basket episode for you tonight. The 2 of us have some more disc golf chat about Canadian disc golf, and I have a quiz for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done a quiz for you.
I'm excited because it has been a bit. And one of the things, I guess, we at the beginning there, when we wrote the outline, we weren't quite sure specifically what we'd be talking about, but the 11 Pro A-tiers are all done. So we ran through it earlier today, and it's going to be fun chatting about them.
Yeah.
Kind of
2025 season recap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Head over to our Patreon, sign up for any tier, including free, to get our link, and then you can join and watch us live.
Yeah.
If not, it'll be out on the weekend.
And before we get to our first guest, Daryl, do you want to do an update?
We can do an update. As far as I'm aware, at the moment, it is top of the 4th. Blue Jays are winning 3-1.
Beauty. That's what we want to hear.
There you go.
So we got to meet our first guest in person at Nationals in September, and he was quick to buy us each a beverage. From organizing the Ontario Juniors Little Heisers Tour to being a member of the Ontario Disc Sports Association, he is always working to make disc golf better. This past weekend, he was the assistant tournament director, one of the many, for Ontario Provincials. Join us in welcoming Ryan Bevilacqua to the show. Hey, there he is.
Bevvy, how's it going?
I'm great, guys. Good evening. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, good to have you, Bevvy. And I think we left our camera on Zoom there, Daryl, from last week.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm all over it, Jeremy. Don't worry.
I just love seeing Bevvy up close and personal. It looks awesome. No, it's great to have you here. How are you doing, by the way? It's been a little while since Nationals when we saw you.
Yeah, I'm great. Things are busy. Planning an A-tier is a lot of work. I also have a tournament coming up tomorrow. So, it's nonstop disc golf for me, but I love it. It's what I'm passionate about doing. And, thanks for having me on to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, and being an Ontario guy as well, thank you for all of our Ontario people joining tonight, because we all know we're Canadian. We all know we're Blue Jays fans, but you guys are the biggest Blue Jays fans. So thanks for taking 20 minutes to interrupt the game and come join us.
No problem. No problem at all.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy mentioned it there in the opening. We got a chance to meet you out at Nationals, and people may have thought that, with us all playing in MA40, that we played on a card together, but that's not how we that's not how we first met each other. Do you remember the first time we met each other out at Nationals?
No, I don't actually. The whole thing was a bit of a blur, right?
Yeah, because I didn't remember it until Jeremy pointed it out to me. The first time we actually met was in the grocery store, where we were looking to buy some groceries, and you came around the corner, and I recognized your face, and you had on your little Heisers jersey and all that, and that was the first time we kind of got introduced to each other there. So yeah, it was good meeting you out there.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, cheers. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite funny that way too, because it's like we're in Newcastle, and that wasn't like, this isn't a huge superstore, grocery store or something, just this little small town grocery store, walking down the aisle in the middle of the day, and run into somebody we know.
Bevvy just comes around the corner. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Well, Bevvy, why don't we get into Ontario Provincials? This year, the Guelph Disc Golf Club had the honor of hosting the event. And can you tell us maybe a little bit about how provincial clubs and locations are decided, like who's going to host it and where it's going to be? Does the club put in a bid, or does ODSA reach out to you to see if you're interested? How does that work out in Ontario?
Process that the ODSA puts on. It just happened again for the 2026 provincials. We had 3 bid applications. We in 2025, the Guelph Disc Golf Club came together to put in a bid, but this year we had bids from other regions and areas and clubs, and the Kemptville bid was the one that won for 2026. So we announced that at our players banquet just last Saturday.
Nice. Now with Kemptville, is that relatively, like, where is that in Ontario comparatively?
Towards Ottawa, like not quite in Ottawa, but out that way from my direction anyway.
Okay. So is it like, we know we talked to John Pytel out in Bourget for Eddyville Superspin. Is it that far out, or?
No, it's further south down the 401, about an hour south of Ottawa, I suppose.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Well, Bevvy, if we can talk about the tournament. So this tournament was held at 3 courses. So we got Eastview Park in Guelph, Victoria Park Valley Golf Club in Puslinch, and Kelso Disc Golf in Milton. And each division got to play 2 of the 3 courses. What were your thoughts on those 3 courses?
Well, I mean, I live across the street from Eastview. It's kind of like my home away from home, not even a minute drive. So that's, one of my favorite places to play disc golf in the province. And certainly a course that our club is very proud of, I guess, and take pride on. We have a lot of club members that do a lot of work there. We have a lot of leagues, events that happen there throughout the year. So we wanted to make sure that everybody got to play Eastview at least once. So we had 3, we kind of set up the tournament that there was 3 different pools, and not every pool played, or some pools played 2 courses, one pool played 3 courses, but every pool did play ECU, as that was kind of it's our favorite course, and we figured players would like it the best too. So we wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to play out there.
Right. Nice. And then comparing the 3 kind of courses together, how did they differ in play? Are they different in elevation, differing in difficulty?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. They differed in difficulty. I mean, ECU, first off, is mostly a wooded course. There's a few open holes at the course, but it's a lot of woods. Victoria Park Valley is golf style golf course. So the first 4 holes are in the woods there, but then after that, it's kind of like your typical golf course style disc golf course.
Sure.
Longer holes. We use like hazards, or sorry, the bunkers as hazards, and golf greens are OB. And then there's Kelso, which is a bit of mix of both. There's a lot of elevation change at Kelso. It's a bit of a longer course, white rated course, right around for your like 900 players. But it has a lot of elevation, a little bit of OB on the course, but all through beautiful escarpment with some of the most scenic views that you'll probably see at a disc golf course in the province. So it was nice to highlight that. That's where I was the TD at Kelso for the weekend, or for the 3 days.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think, Daryl, I would say he's maybe answering our next question, because we were going to ask you there, Bevvy, is like, when you get a course that's designed by Chain Link Disc Golf and Jeff and Kara are involved, does it look different than other Ontario courses? And it sounds like Kelso might be have some views and stuff. Is that kind of what happens when they get involved?
For sure. I mean, they're really good at course design, and they put together some beautiful courses throughout southwestern Ontario for us to play. But yeah, Kelso, I don't know if you're familiar with the park at all, but there's the escarpments right along the 401 there, and Kelso Park is like, it's kind of a landmark that people drive by all the time. I mean, I used to go hiking and biking and caving there when I was younger, and now that there's a disc golf course there is, just an added bonus for us people who like to huck frisbees.
Oh yeah,
It also
that's
has
awesome.
it also has one of the toughest holes in Ontario. Jeff and Kara, don't always like to make it easy on the disc golfers, so that was they have a few there that are quite difficult.
Okay, so it's a beautiful course, but people also have a love-hate relationship maybe with that hole specifically, or
Maybe. I believe that Jeff and Kara call it the kettle of vultures. Hole 10 at Kelso. It's a long par 5 through the woods. It gets out in the open at the end there too, but there's a lot of trees in the way to get there, and maybe the hole will get easier in time. But for now, it's quite challenging for players, and I don't think there was a birdie on it all weekend.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, you had mentioned that you were, as your role as assistant tournament director, you were hanging out at Kelso, taking care of things there and managing that course. So from that point of view and such, how did the weekend go? Did it look like it went pretty smooth? Did everything kind of feel the way you planned it to be?
I think so. I mean, from my perspective, things went great. It started Friday. We put, like a year's worth of planning into this, right? There's a lot of time that goes into these big events, and this is our club's first A-tier event too. So maybe there's a bit of a learning curve for us too.
Right.
But so much work went into it. Friday, everything seemed to go off with a hitch. First game of the World Series, the Jays did great. So I, was on cloud 9 all weekend. Just, everything seemed to go really smooth, though. So, kudos to all my fellow organizers and volunteers that help with the event. It takes a village to put on an event of this magnitude, and I'm grateful to anyone that helped.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really, it does really sound like it was a great event. It sounds like you had a great weekend there. If you had to pick, do you have any highlights from the weekend?
I mean, there was a few aces, so it's always great to see that. I got to hand out provincial trophies for players at the end of the weekend on the Sunday. So, I mean, that's always nice, right? These are our provincial champions for the next year, right? These players have to qualify for provincial championships in Ontario as well. So you get, great caliber players, and it's a tough field to actually win. So we had some gorgeous trophies to hand out to players, and so that's always a highlight to me. I love seeing people smile and have a good time at the end of the weekend. So that would be one of my highlights for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
Definitely. Now, you just mentioned it there about the aces, and I did a little research on that, and I saw that there were 3 aces, and we always like to know a little bit more about them. So we're going to get you to pick one, but I'll tell you all the ones that I saw. I saw that in round 1, MA50 player Paul Dipp got hole 6 at Kelso. So that would have been where you were there. And then at that same day, FA2 Anna Goulet got hole 6 at Eastview, while MA2 Jean-Francois Menard got hole 5, round 2 at Eastview. So out of those 3 aces, which is the one that either surprises you the most or you think is kind of the most impressive one?
They're all similar distance. The one at Kelso is a big elevation change. It's a big downhill hole. But I think the most impressive one, I would say, would be Anna's hole 6 at Eastview. It's a low ceiling. It's right across the street from my son's school too. So I kind of, bonus points for that. But I'm going to go with that one as my most surprising and favorite one.
Okay. And did you hear anything more about it? Is it something where, like you said, with that low ceiling, would that just be keeping it low, kind of straight at it, hyzering it in, skipping it off the ground? Is there any way that you think would have been the best way to get that one?
When I'm playing that hole, I try for the skip ace because of the low ceiling. I try the fast flyer, low skippy, and cut it through the woods. I'm not sure what Anna did, but I'll follow up and have to get back to you guys on that one.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we know this event was a year end, the end of the year event. Jeremy did some research. It looked like there was some extra additional activities that were being offered as well. There was a players banquet, some door prizes. You had 5 bags that you were giving away: a grip bag, Prodigy, dynamic disc bag. There was a Disc Golf Connect 4 thing, which we want to find out a little bit more about, and some tunes as well being spun. DJ Smooth Operator in the house as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that Disc Golf Connect 4, how that works?
Sure. Yeah, we had a players social at a brewery close by on the Friday night, and that's where players could come pick up their players packs and just get together and talk disc golf with people after the first day. And then on Saturday we had a banquet at Victoria Park Valley. We maxed out the capacity there. I think it was around 130 people could go. So it's almost half the field, which is great. That signed up. And there was a little Connect 4 that Sean Graydon and Ian Ferguson made. You can use minis to do it. That was kind of set up outside. And then, we had our players banquet there. Jacob Goldfarb was another one of our board members here at the Guelph Disc Golf Club. He was DJing for us, and Sean was an MC. We gave away a ton of prizes, like you mentioned, those 5 bags. And then I had another box of prizes in my truck. And the crowd was thirsty for more prizes. So I ran out to the truck, got them, brought them in, and then Sean kind of gave away everything. So our club is now fully depleted. We have nothing else to give away for a little while, but
that's awesome.
It was nice to see so many people get a little something extra and have fun. Food was great at the players banquet too. So credit to Victoria Park Valley. It was our first time, having a banquet there. So we didn't really know what we were getting into, but we got lots of good reviews. So
awesome.
That's great. That's always good after the fact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I guess I'd say to you too, Bevvy, and you might be a little biased, of course, this being your home club and everything else. But as far as Ontario Provincials go, where does this one rank? Does this one rank quite up at the top for the quality and the level and everything else?
I don't play a lot of disc golf, to be honest, so I wouldn't be the best judge for this. But I'm going to say yes for sure. I mean, a lot of people had a good time, so that's really what it's all about, right? We got lots of good reviews, so I feel like everything went smooth for the most part from a tournament director and player standpoint. So I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, it was quite exciting too as we were going through the players who had qualified and then were actually coming to the event and seeing a lot of names that we either met at nationals or people we've had on the show. And we're going to be talking with Chantel here and then also with Marty as well and hearing about the FPO win and the MPO win. Were there any other divisions that you kind of noticed there, whether it's Nico kind of doing his thing or anybody in the other divisions where you were like, oh, it was a good chance to give that trophy away to somebody that you knew type thing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't get the pros at Kelso. So the A pool players were like, the MPO, FPO, and MA1. So they didn't come to Kelso, but I got the juniors, which is great, right? I love hanging out and seeing the juniors play. And these are some of the better players in, Ontario, as I already mentioned. So that was fun. On Sunday, I got most of the female divisions too. So that was great. And then I had a lot of the age protected divisions as well. So, it's just great to see that many disc golfers together. So, I don't really have a preference for who I got to see, but it was just, great to see that many.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So that's pretty cool that way for sure. And we were like, even we were talking earlier about the Judge Havoc giveaway that we have, and we saw that Jason was playing out there too. And yeah, and even, the Miss Mando boys, of course, I know that they're buddies of yours, and both Robbie and Sean were out there. And yeah, just great to see all of that in a really good event as well.
Yeah.
So awesome with that, Bevvy. We don't want to keep you too much longer because we know you got the game going on, all of that exciting stuff there. So we appreciate you joining us. But before we let you go, did you have anything else, whether it's related to the club or anything you want to shout out? But Daryl, you?
Tobin Isaac's in the chat here. Just wanted to put it out there. Bevvy killed it this weekend.
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
And I think Tanya had mentioned that too. Did you put that one up as well, didn't you?
Put that one up already.
Yeah. Like, so everybody's loving it. They know you guys always deliver. And it sounds like I asked you, what did you think? And you said, yeah, I feel it went well. We're seeing that you're getting those comments as well too.
Yeah. Both Tobin and Tanya were given positive reviews, while they were at the event too. So it's always nice to get a thank you from players, as respected as them too. But maybe I could show you what we had for the players pack real quick if you wanted to kind of see what
go for it. Absolutely.
For sure.
The stuff we had. We put together, let me get this to my camera, deck of cards with the Provincials logo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, is that better there?
Perfect.
And then we had waterproof speaker with the logo on it too.
Nice.
Personalized.
And then buzzsaws.
Oh.
That is cool. Really sweet. Those buzzsaws look so nice, hey?
Yeah, for sure. We were very lucky to tap into Discraft was the platinum sponsor for the event. So we were very lucky to tap into some of their quality plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the Discraft gave us a sticker, and Kelso players got a voucher for Kelso to a free green fee too. So
nice.
We seem to get some pretty good reviews on the players pack too. So that's always good, right? When you're planning these things, you're hoping to make people happy, but you never know. But big thanks to Discraft for what they did to make our players pack very special for our players.
Yeah, well, awesome. Players Banquet, games, DJ Smooth Operator.
Yeah.
I know I'm just recapping, but there's a lot to recap there.
Yeah.
Giving away a bunch of bags.
Yeah.
Going back to the kitty.
Yeah.
And giving away the farm, everything else that was left.
Yeah.
And then having an awesome prize pack as well. That's fantastic. I think, do you want to put up that comment? I think I should.
Say, we had one long comment here, but I'm going to put it up from the nicest man in disc golf, Mr. Alex Penny. He said he was incredibly excited when I saw Ryan was going to be on. He provided some great resources for advocating for junior support with the PDGA, not to mention hooking him up with some sweet glow PA3s. So you're getting a good shout out from Mr. Penny there as well. So thanks for everything you do with junior disc golf as well, Bevvy.
Yeah, cheers. No problem. I love it.
Yeah, that's it. So we kind of where we were going as we were wrapping up is I just wanted to make sure if we missed anything else, like you've mentioned the players packs, but was there anything else you wanted to shout out, or you said you got the tournament this weekend? What tournament's that one?
It's actually tomorrow. Bevilacqua 18. That's a Halloween glow-in-the-dark tournament I've been doing for quite some time. Yeah, so I've got that going on tomorrow. The forecast doesn't look too good, unfortunately, but rain or shine, it happens every October 30th. So I'm looking forward to that coming up.
Well, and I don't know if Daryl knows as much about Bevilacqua.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it too?
I don't know too much about it.
So two guys sitting out in the middle of Alberta, and we've heard about it because that thing is legendary and has been going on forever. So, and I believe if I remember right, it's you and it's a buddy, and you guys have been doing it for, you said how many years again?
I mean, this would be our 19th year. We missed 1 year for COVID. But yeah, we've got a few other friends that help now. There's, I guess, about 5 of us on the tournament team because it just keeps growing every year, right? Even though it's just $10 random draw doubles, it's, a community event where lots of people come and decorate the course and, make it special. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Bevvy. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And maybe before we let you go, should we do one more update? So he knows before he gets back to the...
We can do an update.
Back to the TV.
As I am aware, it's still 3-1. Let me just do...
All right.
Yeah, still Blue Jays still leading 3-1.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Okay. Thanks, Bevvy.
Thanks for your time, gents.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. We'll catch you later.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Now, Daryl, are we calling an audible?
Yeah, let's call it. We have a guest waiting in the green room.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll get to our guest in the green room, and I've got our little intro here.
Oh, you know what? No, we won't.
We won't.
We'll keep it as it is.
All right, guest in the green room. We appreciate you jumping on and joining early and hanging out with us, and we'll get to you right after the next interview there. But I'm going to get to our intro. Daryl, are we ready? Is our guest in the green room?
Yeah, we are ready to go.
All right. Our next guest started the year off by winning Canada's first A-tier, the Foxwood Open, and she capped off the year by winning Ontario Provincials. Join us in welcoming FPO winner Chantel, Miss Frisbee's Budinsky, back to the show.
Hey,
Hello,
Chantel.
everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. Yeah, we're having a great time recapping the Ontario Provincials. Mm-hmm. Great to have you back on the podcast. And we want to first say congratulations for capping off the Canadian A-tiers with a win this past weekend at those Ontario Provincials.
Thank you very much.
So with the season winding down, coming to an end, does it make it that much sweeter to finish the season with a win?
Yes, it does. It just makes it feel like, okay, I do know what I am doing.
For sure.
Well, we would never doubt that. Yeah. We've watched you play. We know what you know what you're doing. Well, Chantel, we just finished chatting with Bevvy there, and he was one of the assistant tournament directors on the weekend over at Kelso, and he told us a bit about the 3 courses. FPO's played Victoria Park Valley twice, and then Eastview Community once. Are these courses that you had played before, and how did you enjoy them?
I've never played them before. I got a practice round on Thursday at each of them, and I really like them. I think they're awesome courses, so I was happy to play them.
Oh, good. Yeah, Bevvy was saying that for the Guelph Disc Golf Club there, that Eastview was a kind of the gem. They really enjoy that one and want to make sure everyone got a chance to play that one at least once. When you got a chance to play those 2 courses, did you feel they set up pretty well for the FPO division where they, you get to play a ton of courses, so some are better for FPOs and some aren't? How did these ones set up?
I think they were great for FPO, and the layout that they put us on, they were very scoreable. And just a lot of fun and a lot of different shot shapes. So I think those courses were great.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Well, we like to do a quick recap of your event. We like to go through it to let our listeners that weren't there have a bit of a better idea of how it all went down. So we got a few questions for you. We'll walk through the course for you, the event. So this tournament was yours pretty much from start to finish. You led every round. After the first round, you led by 1 stroke. After the second round, you led by 5 strokes. And then after round 3, you added 4 more strokes, finishing with winning by 9 strokes, finishing minus 18, a 971 rated event, Jeremy.
Well, it's amazing. When I looked at it, I'm like, impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So from obviously looking at the score cards, did you feel confident the whole weekend?
You think that I would have, but there's always, it's not yours until the end. So that's just what I kept telling myself, to keep my head in it and not to stay nervous, because I was nervous the night before on the Saturday. I
Right.
was trying to talk to myself saying, "Okay, you got some strokes to work with." So just, keep your head looking forward and just keep trying to get some birdies.
Right.
Yeah.
Were there any moments during the weekend where it kind of like tightened up a little bit, where you felt a little bit of pressure?
I didn't really look at the scores the first day, so I just played my game there, and then I don't really know, because I'm not a score checker until the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like I was falling behind at all. I kind of
Right.
knew that I was in the lead the whole time, but I didn't know by how much.
Yeah.
Right.
You,
Well,
you definitely play the way that I'd play, because I know Jeremy likes to check scores sometimes.
sometimes it depends how bad I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm more of a, I just play my game, and then, yeah, I don't like the added pressure of checking scores either. So
Gotcha.
if you play the way you're going to play, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Chantel, just a quick question on this one is, sometimes you have a caddy with you, sometimes you don't. Was your caddy out helping out this weekend?
Chris actually stayed home with our dogs this weekend, so I was out there by myself, like obviously with my card mates, and I had Kat the first 2 rounds. So, I was just by myself.
Oh yeah, and maybe we can ask that really quick. Is I think you and Kat have a pretty close relationship, so is that pretty fun getting a chance to play with her for the 2 rounds?
Yes, I was so excited when she made lead card with me. I was I was like, "Yes, we did it. We can have another round together." And we just had a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw a couple of the pictures that you posted there on Instagram, or maybe Kat posted, and it looked like even after the event, you still got a chance to hang out and have some fun together too.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, cool. Well, when we were looking at your event as well, we noticed that every round you started and finished with birdies. And I said birdies, not just one birdie, but 2, 3, even 4 birdies to start a round. So I'm thinking, I know you said you were a little nervous and such, but if you start with birdies, that must keep your confidence high. And if you finish with birdies, you could probably go home and sleep pretty soundly. Am I right in that assumption?
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was really nice starting that way and finishing every day. Yeah, birdies are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. I know we kind of thought that might be the answer, but now we know the secret, Daryl, to a great tournament. And why haven't we been just doing that all along?
That's all we needed to do.
Chantel had it all along.
Yeah, exactly. So was there a specific part of your game that was going great for you this weekend? Was it your putting? Was it driving? Was it mental game even? Or was it just that everything kind of fell into place?
I think it was mostly mental. My putting was okay. I was just giving myself a lot of chances. And when I didn't have like the best drive, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just save your par, and that's all I really was thinking about. I wasn't trying too hard for birdies, and
Right.
so I think it just came naturally, and I just didn't stress myself out like I usually do.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you want, right? When you go to an event.
But it's easier said than done.
Oh, I was at Canadian Nationals this year.
Yeah.
I know how it was for me. Those courses were so easy in practice, but then the mental game shows up when you actually play them.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. OB off the first shot at Newcastle. Is
Yeah.
that what it was?
It's
Yeah.
a tough
Great.
start. It's not a birdie.
Well, one of the things, Chantel, we also wanted to touch base with you as kind of one of the more experienced Canadian players on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, being that you've done that for quite a while now, is that Rebecca Dawn, you got a chance to play with her, and now she's kind of joined up and done some DGPT events as well. Has it been kind of nice having her and then also maybe Sophia this last little bit, having some more familiar faces with you down there on the tour?
Yeah, it's always nice just seeing Canada. There's usually one of us is like in the top. So it's fun just being able to look and see more Canadian faces on tour.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And do you guys tend to, like, do you have a decent relationship? Do you guys tend to connect with each other when you see each other down there, or is everybody just doing their own thing?
I think everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Like we'll say hi in passing, but we don't really hang out or anything.
Unless you make it on a card or something.
Yes.
Did that happen often this year for you? Did you end up playing with them, the Canadians on the cards?
Yeah, there was quite a bit of rounds that we've played together. And I know Throw Pink, since that's the closest one, me and Rebecca played 2 rounds together.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we've heard it said was with our Alberta FPOs is last year Nationals was in Clearwater. And so there was, I think, 16 FPOs or 12 FPOs at the Nationals last year. And the 4 of them ended up on the same card, and they were kind of like, we came all the way out from Alberta to BC just to play together. So kind of maybe that same sentiment. We went all the way down to the US just to play together.
Yeah. Yep, it happens all the time.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, when we were talking to Bevvy, we know that there was a players' banquet and other events that were happening over the weekend as well. Did you get a chance to participate in any of those extra activities, and how was it if you did?
Yes, we did go to the banquet. They had a couple little games and raffles, and the food was delicious. And it's so nice to see everybody. It's like kind of the end of the year, and everyone gets to see each other before we're all snowed in.
Yeah. Yeah, you said the S word. That means it's going to happen anytime soon now. We don't have any at the moment, but we know it's inevitable. It's coming sometime soon, yeah. Now, we know from talking to our past guests that out in Toronto, there are some tight clubs, whether it's White Spruce, or is that how you spell it?
White Spruce!
Bronte, or the Island. Do you have a club at the event, or was it just you and Chris representing Windsor?
Yeah.
Just me. Christine didn't come with me, so
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting when we were thinking about that, because we've known that is that they do a lot of the Toronto area does a lot of things, and they have their own Toronto tournament at the end of the year and whatever they're doing that way. But does Windsor have much of a club, or is it really just kind of you down there?
We have Lakewood. I don't know. I don't really know if it's a club or what it is. We have a league.
Okay.
It's not humongous, but we do have, about 15 to 20 people who regularly go. So, and I need to get back out there because I miss everyone.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that I guess you're thinking about it when you look at Chantel's PDGA. She's probably not in Windsor very often when it's DGPT event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and speaking of that, it looks like you've had quite the year, playing in 23 events so far, including 7 A-tiers, 12 Elite Series Pro Tour events, and then 2 majors. You had 3 wins and 8 top 10s. So I know sometimes when people look at their season, maybe it's until you recap it, that's when you really realize some of those accomplishments that you've had. So to us, it looks like a great year. How have you felt when we look back at it?
I feel like I've had a really consistent year. I've been not having like the highest rated rounds that I've ever had, but a lot less lower rated rounds. So it's felt good. Part of it was kind of hard when I was 9 weeks in, and it's just so draining, like mentally draining when you're that, like every single week you have to like pay attention to what you're doing. So that is something that I'm going to take into the rest of my career. Is I need to add some breaks because, well, I had a break before I went Throw Pink, and then I had a break, and then we had Provincials, and it definitely showed that a break is much needed.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely good to learn those types of things as you go along, because not just you mentioning it there is remembering the fact that you're driving to a lot of these events, and it's finish Sunday, get in the car and go and get to the next place and practice right away. So I could see that 9 weeks straight of that. Everyone says this is going to be the dream life, right? Oh, you get to play on the Pro Tour. You're so lucky. And you are. That's a great lucky thing, but it probably comes at a cost as well of that mental toughness that you got to build up.
Yes, definitely. It's exhausting both physically and mentally, but I think the mental part is worse than the physical. Like your body kind of gets used to everything, but your brain is so tired.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, talking about breaks, we're coming into the off season now. You're going to have a bit of an extended break. Do you have any plans for the off season?
Nothing really too big. Chris and I are trying to, clean up the house, do some stuff that we've been ignoring over the years.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to sell and get a bigger house, but we'll see what happens. That's like the main focus that we're focusing on, though, is life stuff.
Okay.
Right. Do you have any plans for the next 2026 set out yet?
Nothing too crazy. I know I want to hit the majors, but yeah, I don't know what my schedule is looking like yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do you get to a point, Chantel, when you look at it now that you've played for a few years here, that there's specific tournaments? Because like no player has to go and play them all, I don't think, unless maybe a sponsor requires you to. Is there certain tournaments that are more interesting to you now that you're like, I really want to go to that one because I like that one. That one, I could take it or leave it. Is it starting to turn out that way?
Yeah, so I definitely want to get to US Women's every year. That one's just an amazing week for us. So that's one that I would really like to get to. And then I always enjoy doing Idlewild. That one's just one that I want to go to forever. So
that's awesome. So you mentioned earlier that you mentioned that Nationals was out in the West last year. Nationals next year has been announced. It's going to be in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Is there any chance during next season that we might see you out west? Maybe.
Maybe it would be really cool to go that way because I haven't gone that way to play disc golf yet. So that's something me and Chris really want to do. So maybe it's next year's the year.
Yeah, because I think I can't remember who we were speaking to, but I think we mentioned last time is that Falcons Flight is a big event in Alberta, which is the weekend or 2 weekends before Nationals. So if you're coming out this way, you got Falcons Flight, which is a great event in Alberta, and then a couple of weekends later you got Nationals as well. So could be I can see a Western trip in your cards maybe.
Yeah,
that sounds good. See, I gotta look through everything because I don't know what lines up with what yet.
Yeah.
Well, and if you do, you've got 2 great friends here in Edmonton. So if you need any hookups, if you want us to connect you with the local FPO players or anything like that, or even you want 2 MA40s on your card, we can manage that as well.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Chantel, we appreciate you for taking the time tonight. We've been saying that we know all the Ontario people. Most of them are big Jays fans. So I don't know if you're a Detroit fan being so close to the border or not, but take it or leave it.
I don't even know. I don't watch it. So
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. But we appreciate you joining us. We wanted to give you a minute, though, at the end here, is that if you want to shout out your sponsors or if you had anything else going on, too, that you wanted to shout out, go right ahead.
Of course. Shout out to Prodigy Disc Republic, the Goat Towel, and Drive Bags. They get me everywhere I need to go. I couldn't do this without them. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome.
No, that's awesome. And we've been loving the discs that you've been getting each year and always excited to see what the next one is, Daryl. As you see behind us here, we've kind of changed our background maybe since the last time you were on, and we're working on getting a chance to put some display discs back up on the wall, and yours will definitely be up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for the support.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chantel. We appreciate it. And if anything else comes out throughout the year that we can help you promote or you want us to shout out, you just reach out. We're always there for you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Daryl. We've got one more guest who has been pretty much a listener and a viewer for this whole episode, which is amazing. We appreciate the patience there.
Absolutely. Yeah. We were going to call an audible. We were going to get him in early, but it all worked out.
Well, he knows. I think he just wanted to be part of the show and watch it. And he gets to watch it from the green room, which is a cool place to watch the show.
That's what I've heard. I've never been in there
myself.
myself.
Like all the treats we put in there, beverages,
All right.
different things like that.
Let's get to him.
All right.
So our final guest of the night is the second highest rated MPO player in Canada, 1016 rated. He played 15 events this year and has won 8 of them. Did we forget to mention that he also plays MP40?
Right.
Yeah. This past weekend, he took down the MPO win at the Ontario Provincials. Let's welcome Martin Hendel to the podcast.
Hey.
Hey, Martin. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
We're happy you can make it, and we're happy to have you here.
Yeah, it's great to see you. You know, and you said coming back again. I looked in our history, and the last time that you were on the podcast was August 2024 after you won the Eastern Canadian Amateur Nationals out in Eddyville. So to Daryl and I, it's been way too long because we've missed you, Martin.
Missed you guys too.
Now, one thing we've been doing too is that on the show, and it's usually me, I say we, but it's usually me, I start giving nicknames, I start shortening people's names, and we've heard Thomas call you Marty, but I wasn't sure if we've earned the privilege of calling you Marty or if that's reserved for other people. So you just let us know now.
I'm not picky. You guys can call me any version of Martin if you want.
Perfect.
All right. See, so we're okay.
We're okay now.
We haven't asked Thomas yet if the fact that we call him Tommy G sometimes on the podcast is okay, but we'll have to try that one next. Hey, Daryl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the instigator on that.
I am. I really am.
Yeah. Well, we want to start off by saying congratulations on taking down the MPO win this past weekend. How did that feel?
It felt great. After round one, I almost wanted to pack up and go home, but I stuck around and played.
Yeah.
A strong second and third.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we mentioned it at the beginning there that not only do you play MPO, you also play MP40 as well. Were you qualified for both for this event?
I usually play MP40 in the States but not in Canada unless
okay.
Unless I'm maybe not feeling up to par.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had heard that some of the people who were playing, depending on what Ontario tournaments they played throughout the year, they could have won a spot in multiple divisions and then decided so. But yeah, that makes sense that most of the time when you're up here, you're playing MPO. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Well, and the other thing too, I was going to ask you, Marty, is what, I guess that question doesn't fit, does it?
No.
I had a question all lined up, but it didn't fit for that one there as well. But I was going to say, when it comes to coming on the MPO side and coming out here and you play with the Canadian MPOs and you start going against them, you get a chance to play with Thomas, who I think is a buddy of yours too. Do you guys have a pretty good rivalry there? And maybe after going to Eastern Canadian AMs and having him eke out the win this year on you, was it one of those things where, hey, I'm coming back to competing against you at Provincials?
I guess you could say that, but that was a tough loss I had against them. But I mean, that was a good battle. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah. When we did talk to Thomas, he spoke quite highly of it too. And I felt that, we felt that looking at it and we could see the scores and how it was going back and forth and how close it was. That seems like maybe that's a lot more, maybe it's a bit more stressful, but it should be more of a satisfying tournament than, you get out and you just start at the start and never look back. That can be rewarding in its own way, but I'm thinking those tight battles can be just as much fun.
They are. It's a little extra adrenaline, excitement, and one mistake could cost you, and it's like being on thin ice,
Yeah, exactly. Test, as Chantel was mentioning there, test the mental fortitude in those situations as well, making sure that it's not just the physical part of the game. You've got the mental strength as well for it too. Mm-hmm. Now, looking there, Marty, was that Provincials were only about 1.5 hours away from you this year. Now, these two courses that you were playing, have you played them before or were they new to you?
The ones in Guelph?
Yeah.
I've played a C-tier like 2 or 3 weeks before called the Lucky Lines.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I had two rounds at Eastview.
Okay.
So I didn't have to bother practicing there for the tournament. I just had to practice at Victoria.
Gotcha. And when you played both of those courses, what were your thoughts on them? Did you like them? Do they hold up pretty well for the MPO divisions in Ontario?
Yeah, since they made adjustments in Eastview to have the blue tee pads, it's a lot less scoreable. I remember Cam shot a 16 under if you track back a few tournaments, and I don't think that's possible now. A lot harder to get that kind of score.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Marty, we'd like to do a quick recap of the tournament. Like you mentioned there that you mentioned already about rounds 1 and 2 and 3, but we want to ask you a few questions so that we can kind of do a little bit of a deep dive into the rounds. So sure. Round 1, you started off pretty steady, shooting even over the first 13 holes. You finished the round strong, 4 birdies, a bogey, and you ended up -3, but this had you in 8th place. 9 strokes behind the leader. Andrew Leyland and Chris Toe were on your card as well in the first round, and both of them scored a lot of birdies, and they ended up finishing in first and second. You kind of mentioned it there about maybe packing your bags and heading home, but how did you really feel about how you played after that first round?
Well, I really wanted redemption. I left a lot out there, and some of it was being creative when I shouldn't be, leaving bigger putts, a little more tension on the putts for some reason that day. Those guys played fantastic. They just glided away from me, and I knew I had to, pick up my game for the next 2 rounds if I wanted to, get close to a podium finish.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if we go and we look at round 2, you start the round a bit stronger than the day before with 3 birdies, 4 pars over the first 7 holes. So it's kind of starting out good. But then after that, you were on fire. Like you scored 7 birdies and an eagle over the last 11 holes. You finish with a 1060 rated -11 for the hot round of the day. And you go ahead and you go, yeah, I was in 8th. Sure, whatever. I'll jump up to first place and have 2 strokes over Andrew Leyland. Like what happened that second round? Did you do something different? Like what was it? Was it the course better suited for your game or?
I'm a pretty good wooded player. I just knew from playing Lucky Lines, um, I shot 11 under after 2 rounds. So I figured a 5.5 average is I would like to shoot a couple more than that, maybe a 7, 8 under. And it just added up. I started playing well and I just made adjustments off the old C tier to capitalize on birdies that I may have missed. And, there were still mistakes out there, but the consistency level was keeping me at a good level. And I just had a feeling that I was going to be a good strong round, maybe get me to third, a few strokes away from second, maybe close my way to Leyland, and because he was off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you go into the final round. You're back at Victoria Park Valley, which was the same course for round 1. You shot -3 that first day. So on hole 1, you take a bogey. But then after that, like Jeremy said, you're on fire again, scoring 11 birdies, 6 pars, finishing another hot round of -10. This gave you an overall lead or an overall score of -24, 4 shots ahead of second place, 1027 rated event. What was the difference between that first round and third round at Victoria Park Valley?
I just knew I had to get more birdies after the first 4 holes are heavily wooded and scoreable, but also dangerous. Then they open up to more wide open shots, and I knew I could be a lot more effective second round. I don't know. I just felt like I was left behind in the first round, and wasn't playing up to my standards.
Well, was there a difference in weather between round 1 and round 3?
Yeah, round 1 on Friday was it was like the weather had Tourette's. It couldn't make up its mind. It was raining, stopped raining, windy, changed directions, and I got to give my hats off to the other 2 guys, Chris Toe and Andrew Leyland, playing just fantastic. Like very calm, cool in the putting green, and they're both feeding off each other's little competition, I think. And I was there to watch the show.
Yeah.
Well, but I was just going to say, it's an amazing way to finish your season if this is your last event, finishing it up with a win at Provincials.
Yeah, there was the option of playing Sudbury, but I might just I started the year off with a 1060 something rated round, and to finish off with a strong round above my rating is it's a good way to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Start with a 1060, end with a 1060. So we got the great advice from Chantel. Start with birdies, finish with birdies.
Yeah.
Marty's great advice is start with 1060, end with 1060.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's good it's easy if you can get it.
Well, Marty, with that whole weekend and the slow start, the amazing once you did get going, it was like pressing the nitro button in a Fast and the Furious car and you just kept on going. Did you have any specific highlights from the weekend, whether it was either on the course or off the course?
Round 3, I started hole 1 with a beautiful drive and then positioned myself for a birdie putt and I felt the old nerves kick up on that first putt, and I triple putted.
Oh,
That was just because a lot of the holes in Victoria are positioned for dangerous runoffs and tricky greens. It's like a few dangerous putts, and I was able to calm myself down after 2 or 3 holes.
yeah.
I did have a beautiful highlight on number 3. I hit it straight early, recovered with a beautiful Mako shot, and then I had a downhill 90-footer, and I chipped it in, and it's on film. So when Jared James Canuck Huck puts out the footage, whenever it takes, there should be 2 highlights, one on 3 and one on 5.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah, we know Jared, and we can't wait to see. He has great work. He was out at Nationals filming out there and done a lot of stuff. He went down to throw pink with Sophia down there as well. So we know he does great work. We can't wait to see that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did my in the bag video as well, and he said he's gotten good good comments about it, helping people with the knowledge, as well as I was impressed with the quality of work he does.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like we had learned too. And it's, and he does a lot of great work. And then we got a chance to meet his partner, Jocelyn, as well, when we were at Nationals, and she steps up too and can, what happened was, Mario, I'll give you this a quick story, is we're at Nationals. We see Jocelyn, we start chatting with her. She's walking around, and then she's like, she's been working all day because Jared was playing and she's doing filming. And then I was like, hey, can I maybe just help you with the camera for a minute? I know you've been carrying it all day. She gives me the camera. I almost drop it because the thing is so heavy. No, I didn't drop it for real, but it was just a matter of she's carried this camera that was so heavy and filmed all day. Super impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, also too, is we had heard that there was a banquet, like there was a lot of cool things to kind of cap off the season. Did you participate in any of the other activities that were happening?
Not really, just relaxed and watched the Jays game, and it was fun to see game 1 of them, put a bunch of hits and homers out there, and looks like it's still 3-1.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's good.
I can confirm. Good. Yep, still 3-1.
Top of 7th. That's all right. The chain out luck so far is still holding out. It's been 3 times we've done a podcast now while they've been in the playoffs, and the first 2 times they won those games. So we got to keep going, right, Daryl?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we'd be remiss too. Right, Daryl? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd be remiss if we didn't also shout out Sandy. It's a lot of times when you and Sandy show up at a tournament, it usually means good things, and congratulations to her as well for winning her division.
Taking down FP40 -14.
-14,
yeah.
Nice.
Second place was at +6.
Yeah, okay.
What a command.
That does sound
win.
That sounds like a lot of Sandy's wins, I think. Hey, Marty?
Wow. Is that 20 strokes? Wow, that's crazy.
Pretty much.
I think she would have played FPO if she didn't have she had a fractured toe, and walked differently for quite a while. So I think what happened was having a different I don't know. She pulled her groin muscle, and she's been still recovering from that on and off. So she wanted a slightly easier path to victory.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And we saw earlier this year, speaking of kind of Sandy's injury, that you suffered a knee injury early in the year. How did that happen? Was that just a twist on the tee pad, or what happened?
I got back from Ruidoso, New Mexico and Vegas, and I was excited to try some new discs I got, and I was practicing like a 20-year-old. And then I played league later that day, and I think it was just over repetition of planting and twisting, and I never got it scanned or anything, but there was some swelling, and it was hard to walk. I had to get used to taking anti-inflammatories for almost 3 weeks to 4 weeks straight, almost.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, I would say that this. Go ahead.
Oh, my guess was maybe some meniscal sprain or maybe light tear, something that I was hoping would heal, and it did, which was good.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that the scores this past weekend would have us think that you're pretty much as back to normal as you could be. Do you think it's fully recovered at this point?
Yes, but I think I lost a little bit of maybe a little bit of speed, a little bit of power. So maybe I'll get that back over the winter with some training and yeah, and more healing time.
Right.
Yeah, that always helps. Well, you
Mhm.
mentioned a bit earlier there about playing MP40. Maybe when you go down into the US there at the beginning of the year, like you mentioned about Las Vegas, you went down there. You also played the Tim Zielinski Masters Championships as well. Aside
Yeah.
from the injury earlier on in the year, how did you enjoy those events?
Um, it was an awesome experience. Awesome experience. I enjoyed the courses, but the high elevation really takes the breath out of you.
Yeah,
Um, Definitely utilizing those compressed oxygen containers to
Oh,
yeah,
help. Yeah, that's a little secret. I
yeah.
shouldn't. Yeah. So I was keeping it away from my competitors so they wouldn't see it, and I'd use that to calm the heart rate down and yeah, just get some oxygen in the body quicker.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Well, so is that the
Tim
Jim
Zielinski.
Zielinski? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finished eighth at that event with Nate
Yeah.
Sexton, Cal Laviska, Paul Oman, and Pete Ulibarri.
Yep.
Now, I believe Nate and Kale just moved up to MP40 recently. So how was it? I know you've probably competed with them quite a few times, but how was it competing against them in MP40?
Oh, they're still very effective players and awesome competitors, good people to play around. And me and Nathan had me and Nate had a little battle in Vegas. Unfortunately, I dropped the ball in the last round. Uh,
Mm,
but it wasn't until I got back when yeah, I hurt my knee and I'm not sure what it was. Maybe being in a drier climate, higher altitude, and uh, and just over practicing before I got my sleep patterns back. And I don't know. I don't admit, like it's hard to say why. Maybe it was just like I said, I was practicing a little. You know, I've had to change my ways over the years just to adapt to an aging body.
yeah, the body and mind are not quite aligned.
We do
Well,
appreciate that sentiment.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and also too, yeah, and when we were mentioning Nate Sexton there as well, Daryl was lucky enough you got a chance to meet him as well, and had
He
some good things to say about him out at Smith Lake Farms, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. He put on a disc golf clinic out in Victoria. I went out there. Great, as nobody's ever said that Nate Sexton's a bad guy, right? He's a great guy to talk to. Great instructor of disc golf. Had a great weekend out there with him out there. Learned a lot of things. Changed my putting style. I feel more comfortable straddle putting now than I do staggered putting. So that was at least, it's one of those things where you're right there, you're talking to him, you're listening to all the instructions that he's giving you, and then after when you get home at night that day, you're like, okay, what did he say, what was I supposed to do? But the one big thing that I took away was the straddle putt,
Yeah,
and I feel more confident in that now, so at least that's a benefit.
for sure.
yeah,
Well, and
and
I
it's going to
think,
be.
go ahead, Marty.
Oops. It's good to be versatile in your putt too, to have different stances for
Hmm.
different situations and better stability, better balance,
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
Well, and I think, leading from that, what we need to do now is the next time we head out to Ontario,
Hmm.
we need Marty to help us with distance, rollers,
Rollers
consistency.
for sure.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm like, we could just label off all those things that you could help us out with too. But
yeah. I'm getting better at clinical stuff. I've done a few classes here and there, but no, I still need some more time to become a better instructor and better trainer. I've done a few putting lessons, just solo, but I've
there you
gotten
go.
good insight. I mean, I've gotten good results from what I've taught. So if I can implement that into bigger classes, and
Yeah,
that'll be something I might do later
okay.
in my
absolutely.
disc career.
Yeah.
Well, and you let us know if you start doing form reviews, we'll be filling your inbox with videos before you know it. Uh, so with this season kind of winding down and getting into the off season, you'd said, yeah, you'll work on maybe some strengthening and that kind of stuff. Is there anything else you've got planned for the off season to maybe take a break, or is there certain events that happen over the winter that you like to go to?
Yeah, we have the spring water doubles coming up, and me and Sandy are going to take on the pro men. We'll see
All
what
right.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where does that one take place? Where's that location?
It's about 20 minutes from St. Thomas. It's actually a temporary course they use on it's basically a campground area with a yeah, it has a beach, and yeah, we have access to the area, and a usual track that we set up, and it's best shot doubles, 2 rounds, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's usually pretty high scores that win, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Nice.
usually about 30 under is about the win.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a pretty high score for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and I'm sure that -30 that you and Sandy will post, will anybody get anywhere close to that score, do you think? Is there usually some good competition?
Sometimes these guys post up 17, 18 under for rounds, so it all depends on what you can do in 2 rounds. So that's what the fun of it. But it's yeah, it's in November 16th, I believe. I could be wrong, but you never know what kind of weather you have at that time.
No, that's fair. Yeah, we've got a get in, get out, get rated event coming up in early November. And same kind of thing. We know we could be playing in snow for that event, and I don't know how that will help our rating. But
yeah, I was just thinking of playing doubles. We've only played together once
yes.
in a doubles tournament. So yeah, maybe we need to play together a bit more often to see if we can actually not argue all the way around. Having a good teammate is probably goes a long way in shooting that -30.
That's right, for sure.
Well, it's coming towards the end of the interview here, Marty. We want to thank you for joining, and then want to give you a chance to shout out anybody, any of your sponsors that you have, or anybody else that we might have missed, or anyone else you want to thank.
I'll thank Innova and obviously my family and wife for support, and yeah, go Jays, go!
Yes.
There you go. Yeah,
exactly.
Do we have an update? I mean, I know I can look, but if you have an update right there,
there's 3-1. It's top of the 7th. Jays are up. Vlad's up right now, and there's a man on first and third. There's a full count, 2 outs. So it's going to get interesting.
What?
That was a lot.
I'm actually going to say I don't think we end this. I think we just change it to Marty. I like Buck, but I liked what you just did there. You could be Buck for us, but maybe that's a little too much to ask.
Yeah.
I love the way he talks. Like I can't impersonate.
No,
awesome.
I know he has that kind of that American accent to it, and it's pretty awesome.
I don't know if we've just gotten a different feed, but in the chat here, we're getting told that it's 4-1.
Oh wow! So yeah, maybe mine's not completely. Oh yeah, it's 4-1 now.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Tanya. Yeah, Tanya and Sam in our chat just shouting out it's 4-1. So maybe you got it on a bit of a delay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might not be at complete level with the live. Oh well.
There you go.
But,
well, we won't let us spoil any more for it. So
yeah.
No. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me, and I'm glad I could answer some questions. And honestly, if you guys are ever around and want some lessons, I'll help you guys out as best I can. And yeah, maybe we'll run into each other one of these times.
Yeah, we look forward to it for sure.
Absolutely.
And if it turns out that Nationals is on your list in Grand Prairie, it's just another reason for us to make the 4.5 hour drive. So, okay, awesome. Thanks, Marty.
Thanks for your time.
Guys.
Thanks.
Take care.
So, Daryl, Ontario Provincials, as we talked to Marty, we talked to Chantel, and talked to Bevvy. First of all, 3 great guests. All of them are amazing. I really did miss talking to Marty because he's just one of those players in Canada, and I'd love to say that I can relate to. The only thing I can relate to is that we both can play in the 40-year-old division. After that, the relating doesn't happen. And we're both from Ontario. Those are the two things I have in common with Marty. But it's always amazing chatting with him because it's cool to see someone of our age group kicking butt all the time like he does.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you say that about that it was so long ago since we spoke to him, because in my mind it was like, oh yeah, we spoke to Martin Hendel. It was just a couple months ago we spoke to him. It was this year. Surely it was this year. But yeah, so good to speak to him.
Chantel as well, right?
Oh yeah,
Chantel's always delivers on an interview. It's I think if you remember, was it last year one of the first events of the year and this happens to pretty much every player when they first get in one of those press conferences where she, yeah. Was it that the camera wasn't off yet? Is that what it was? Or something?
She had been given the signal that they were off air. So she was still looking at the camera. She had been given the signal that they were off. And then there was a big sigh of a relief to be like, yes, I've done my interview. I've done the press. Okay, I'm off now. I can kind of relax a bit, but it was actually still being broadcast live. So yeah. I mean, yeah, Chantel, we met her out at Nationals as well. You talk about Nationals. We met her out there. We seen her on the 18th. We met Chris out there as well. You know,
and then also too, as we said, Bevvy, and then Bevvy always is a great guy too. I just really, what I've really appreciated about doing the podcast is we have so many great people who support and listen and come on the show, whether it's from Alberta, BC, you name it, all the way across the country. It's just an awesome community. And again, tonight was one of those ones. And I'm going to tell you, Ontario Provincials sounded like it was a great time. And have I ever told you that it would be great to have an Alberta Provincials tournament?
You may have mentioned it once or twice.
Yeah. And I do say that. And when I say that, I realize that I should do something about it. Thank you, Craig. But maybe there is someone listening who's a little more capable who could help us out with that. Because it's another one of those drums, as long as, as well as my Western versus Eastern, it starts with provincials in every province.
Yeah.
So.
I can get behind that. I think that's got more legs than your East versus West.
So you think it's good to have provincials in every province or just in Alberta?
Well, I think we've had Dina in the chat before about, in some of the provinces, maybe they don't have enough people or enough clubs to do a provincials. So I don't necessarily think there should be one in every province. The provinces where it makes sense to do it. And
like Alberta?
Maybe you could have like I don't know. I like Alberta. Let's start small, Jeremy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, it is that time of the show where we say thank you so much for listening. And if you like what you hear, which most of our listeners who would be listening right now have already done, head over to YouTube.
They don't care.
Hit that subscribe button.
They're watching the Blue Jays.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Like, share, and comment on our posts. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us grow the podcast, providing you more amazing content and giveaways. Daryl, we're up to 464 subscribers. Last time I checked, 500 is when we get to the next big giveaway.
We're working on it.
Yeah. And if you help us, we help you. And we do that with some discount codes. We do that with giveaways. Our discount codes are chain out at checkout at both BR Disc Golf and Cardinal Disc Golf, getting you 10% off there. Use chain out at Chains the Disc Golf board game, get 25% off, and go over to Goat Towel and use COP15 and you can get 15% off. I think we hit all the discounts, right?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah. And be sure to let us know if you use the codes. We always want to know that they are getting good use. That would be great. And you can support us further if you want by joining Patreon, joining at any level, including free. If you choose one of the paid options, you get a free entry into all of our contests. And we'll be talking about it a little bit later here on Around the Basket about our giveaways from our fantasy picks. And some of those may or may not apply to that Patreon one, do they? I don't know if they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they apply to that as well. So that's another way to get into those.
Give something back to our Patreon members.
Always. Yeah.
Speaking of Around the Basket, Jeremy, you can join us for Around the Basket in about 15 minutes. Head over to the Patreon page, subscribe to any level, including free, to get the link, be part of the conversation. We always enjoy people engaging in our chat, especially over on Around the Basket.
Yeah.
And I've got a quiz for Jeremy. We're going to be talking about the Canadian 2025 disc golf season.
Yes.
The A-tiers. We're going to recap. We're going to go over them. We're going to see the highs and the lows, if there are any lows. And then I also have a quiz for you as well.
Yeah. Are the listeners going to be able to do the quiz as well if they jump in?
The viewers will be able to.
The viewers?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a visual quiz.
It's a visual quiz. Stop over there and join in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we've done some limericks in the past to close things out. We've done some, made up stories. I've kind of boosted the rhyme.
Okay.
Because, I don't know if I've ever told you, but I'm a bit of a rapper here and there. I've got a little bit.
You're a wannabe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. So here we go. This one's maybe not quite a rap, but it's got some flow.
Go for it.
Where's my DJ? Put me in, DJ.
Boom.
The discs have flown, the chains have rung. Ontario battled and the best have won. Chantel's scores rose high with confidence and might, while Marty's throws soared through the cool autumn night. The season's near done. Do not fear. Do not pout. We'll be back next week. But until then, chain out.
Thanks, everybody.